Everywhere you go, you can hear the laughter. Little kids playing, chasing after. Innocence shines bright like a built-in light. With their giggles and smiles, everything feels right. Oh, the joy of little children filling up the air. Their happiness, contagious, nothing can compare. Just watch them run and play, carefree and wild. Oh, the joy of little children.
Hey y'all. Hello. How's everybody doing? Let's see who we got here. Let me start at the top. Hey, Miss Grace. Hello, Miss Janice. Kiki. And let me see here. My little thing move here. Ohio Stephanie. Hello. West Virginia Holler Girl. Hello. Hope Floats. West End. Hello. Good to see you again. Susan Johnson. Hello. Wanda. Hello. Good to see you. D. White. Hello. Show Poodles. Hello. Good to see you. Plant Lady. Hey, Jude. Hello, everybody. Welcome coming in. Welcome, everybody. So good to see you. I hope everybody is doing good today, tonight, this evening, May 27. I hope you're having a blessed evening. Hello to everyone in the bushes. Come on in and say hi. Hit that thumbs up, whether you say hello or not. It is great to see you all. Hope everybody is doing great. Hey, Bobby, good to see you. Hey, Tina, Southern Charm, Terry Parker. Hello. Terry, I took you up on your idea. Trooper's mom, hello. Hello, everybody. So glad to see everybody this evening. A little hello there, hello, here and there. Here, hello, there, hello, everywhere, hello. Good to see everybody. Glad to see everybody. Hello, Peggy. Welcome in. Welcome. Good to see everybody. Come on in. Arnie Rose. Hello. I hope you've been having a wonderful day. I hear it's been raining places. It started to rain on me. Hello, me mama. Hello, in my opinion. Magic Star, YouTuber. Old MacDonald had a farm. I know all of that one. Roxy R. Hello. Everybody is beautiful. Hello. All the beautiful mods. Everybody rocks. Amanda Jane. Hello. Great to see you. Welcome in. I hope everybody's doing fine today. Susie Little. Howdy. So good to see you. Blow them kisses. Put in them green hearts. Green hearts for everybody. We're going to go over some video. I got some video. I found some good video. It's interesting, to say the least. Social Butterfly, welcome in. Some of you, it's great to see you again. Janice, love the green hearts. Hello. Love you all. And Miss Grace, you might want to tag Kiki. I forgot to tell her I was going live. I'm not accustomed to telling everybody I'm going live, and I just go on at the last minute, so I put my stuff up at the last minute. But I do email Kiki sometimes because I know she's got her hands full. Hey, Seven True. Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome. Um, I told Kiki I was going to use some of her stuff. I know she's getting the kids to bed. She said I could. I usually don't. We usually, courtesy thing. If they do something, at least let it sit 24 hours or 12 or something like that. But honey, this was good. But we're going to play hers last anyways, because I did have some stuff I wanted to play that was interesting. But I had already had a little live. It was going to be kind of short anyway that I found. Well, first of all, I was asked, could I touch on some stuff or kind of revisit again? And I was like, well, sure, why not? Why not? Fair's fair. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of people out there that think different things. And I thought, well, we'll discuss it. And everybody don't have to agree, and that's fine. Hey, Sue Jones and everybody coming in. I think I'm pretty fair. Brandy and Indy, hello. And then lo and behold, I come across and one of my dear friends actually didn't even know I was thinking about this, and she sent me a video today that just kind of blew me away. And actually it has something to do with autism and stuff, and I got to looking at it. Little did she know, because I hadn't been back in touch with her, I went over and I got to looking at this guy's stuff. Hey, Miss Magoo. And I think I chose 3 or 4 videos out of it. They're short, but I was like, and then I'm going to watch them first. Alicia and everybody coming in. Sharon, hello. Lucy Lou, hello, everybody. And I thought, this is really interesting. Maybe this happens more than we know. Good time to come with my live I'm going to do, actually. And I thought, wow. And Leslie, keep it real, hey. And I thought, you're fine, 7 True. Glad you're here. I just thought, well, maybe this is the proper time. Everything just kind of works out the way it's supposed to, right? Doesn't matter what I think. That don't matter. And then I go over and I didn't even know Kiki did a pop-up. And I went in, and then I was listening to her. Some of y'all were in there, actually. I think she got more tonight with the pop-up than she did just doing it, And I was listening, and it was the third part to the, hey, Cinderella, it was the third part to the dispatch call. And we're going, did we actually hear this? And I know I've put it out, and I know we've heard it, but there was some interesting stuff in there. Hey, baby kisses, and Shirley. And I'm like, I'm going to use this. And she's like, go ahead. And she was breaking it down, and we were listening, and we're like, there's some odd stuff in there. And we're even like, truck, especially about the truck. And this was on the day that they searched, honey. Now, there's no facts to this. And this was just off the head speculation. And this is just thoughts and just theories. And LE sure hasn't said anything about it. But some of us picked up on a few things in there. And we were like, could this even be? And could this be what the touchy subject is with the truck? Hell, I don't know. And don't say, well, they're going to arrest somebody if he wasn't where he was said he was going to be. Alicia, do you know? Did you catch it? Did you hear? Because that don't mean they're gonna, they got their eyes. We're gonna go over it, but we're gonna go over it last. Maybe that's why he jumped up and got so touchy on Elevated Truth. Just saying. After all, I kept telling y'all, hey, Poppy, I don't think L.E. believed a damn thing Katie and them said. Yeah, don't talk about my truck. Well, we're going to listen to it. We're going to get there. I'm just telling y'all, stay till the end. It may be nothing. It absolutely may be nothing. But the one we don't like so much, in my opinion, we can like and love and whatever we want. But didn't Mr. Craddock, Sheriff, the Honorable Sheriff Craddock, come out and say, I'm not going to go as far as to say he didn't have no shoes on. That told me right then, no matter what they're hiding or in our opinions we think they're hiding, at least it told me they didn't believe a damn thing. I'm just saying. Hey, little orange man, everybody coming in, Ashley, everybody. But we'll hear that together, and y'all can have your own opinions, your own speculations. We can agree to disagree. We can have our own thoughts and yada, yada, yada. I won't keep y'all long. I will just simply not. I'm just letting you know what's up. Hey, wake up. Hallelujah, honey. But I wanted to discuss Sebastian. And I wanted to discuss some possibilities based on what we do know so far. And there's no clear signs of any forced entry. There's not. There's no ransom demands. There's no eyewitnesses that we know of who claim he was taken, right? So there's nothing that fits an abduction. Hey, Brandon, or B in Florida. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you Brandon. I don't know if that's your name or not. I just have a son, Brandon. Everybody knows that by now since I've been doxxed so many times. I don't know why I said that. Sorry. I don't even know if you're male or female. But anyway, be in Florida. You're 100% smiling. He did say that. Absolutely. He would not commit to it. Thank you, hey Jude. Whoop, whoop. Oh, now this is great. I moved my bell in there yesterday, and I didn't bring my bell back. Let's just do this. Woo! Let's just get some giggles going here. Thank you, hey Jude. She gifted a membership. Hey, Frank. Hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. See, when you go moving stuff around, this is what you get. You're female. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. My son must have been thinking about me, the one in Tennessee. Love you if you're watching, or I doubt it. He's the one high strung. He'll be all over the place, honey. I don't know. But anyway, there's no signs of abduction. And if there were, I would think that the police department owes it to come out and let the neighbors and stuff know, hey, y'all need to be scared and worried. I think I said that before. But nothing that fits the traditional abduction anyway, right? So now let's get this crystal clear here. Sebastian, in my opinion, did not 100,000% run away. That's just me and my opinion. And I think the majority think, no, he's not a runaway. Definitely. Do I think he was forced away? I don't know, but anything's possible. But Sebastian, 100,000% did not run away. In my opinion, he didn't walk away, crawl away, run away, not on his own. Okay? Not on his own. I would swear on a stack of Bibles. I would swear on anything I loved. Anything I protected, honey. I would do that. And I don't even know Sebastian. Never met him. But I would stake anything I loved on that. He don't fit the bill for a runaway. He's not going to go out anywhere to run away. He's autistic for one, and I do know a little bit about that. He's not going to run away without taking something of security to him. Something he's used to for one. Thank you, Sharon. Woo! I sure hope so. I don't know. But I mean, I can't say, but I sure hope so. And I hope he keeps doing it. I hope he keeps doing it. Belinda, that's right. They ain't going nowhere without something of their favorite thing. Hey, Jen, Astrology with Jen. Hello, hello, hello. So I got to thinking about that today. Nobody has ever said anything about that. He would have to have something he was secure with. He's not going to go out in the dark with no shoes on, no coat, nothing to keep him secure. And from my understanding, he has sensory issues at that. Period. End of story. No plan. He didn't have no plan, no supplies, and he loved snacks. Wonder if they count the snacks or was missing any snacks, honey. They just went to the grocery store. They should have been able to tell was any snacks, in my opinion, for Mr. Chris to take back with him, in my opinion, missing. No shoes, no scent, no videos of anything, nothing. I did sign it, Pebbles. I did sign it, and I posted it in this chat when we first got here. If my mods will please continue throughout here in case somebody comes in late or whatever, to drop Seth's petition. I would very much appreciate it. Thank you, Kiki. Thank you so much. I will continue to keep on it. I ain't going nowhere. I got time for this case, honey. I ain't going nowhere. Hello, beautiful. Where is Summer? Hello, and Sebastian. If you know anything, call 1-800-TBI-FIND. There you go. Hello, hello. But let's talk about something hard to imagine. What if his disappearance was a cover-up? And again, it's purely a speculation and a theory. Okay? It's not a fact. I don't say that much in here, do I? But it's not a fact. Hey, Roxy. Thank you. And all of you share. Share on your social media, wherever it's at. Okay? Share. Yes, just somebody drop Seth's link, please. I appreciate it. Hey, Holly S. Hello, hello. And what if it doesn't matter what I think or I believe? Here's the petition. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. But a lot of people have brought this up many times. And again, I've come across some things that I am actually going to play and let y'all see for yourself, because evidently this does happen. And I'm willing to at least let y'all hear and see. And, you know, there is possibilities. And hey, I'm a fair person. Okay. I'm fair. We are adults here, honey. We are all adults over here on this channel. But what if Sebastian was placed in a faculty for autism? And this has been going around the whole time. And individuals put him there without proper, and he was allowed, and I'm not saying without documentation, but without proper documentation. Hey, it happens all the time in this world. Fake IDs, this, that, and the other, people that have money. Not saying that's just what happened to Sebastian. Somebody wanted me to touch on this tonight. Again, my friend, I said I would, and then my friend dropped a video in my lap, and then I went and investigated that site. It happened to be on autism, and I picked 3 videos out of it. Very interesting. Then I did some more investigating. So it don't matter what I believe. It never matters what I believe, because things like this happen, obviously, and I'm fixing to show you. And we know out here in the real world, if it didn't involve a child, it happens. And I got to thinking, if Seth didn't know about the CPS calls, and he's the father, why would he not know about something like this when somebody else could pretend to be the father? Again, money talks and bullshit walks. Seth don't have no money. Seth don't have no money. Jennifer said, what if someone who knows Sebastian personally used language to lure him out of the house? See, that could happen. The only problem that I personally have with that, and we're just talking like adults, the only problem I have with somebody coming to the house and taking him or luring him out of the house is they would be on video as well. Sebastian was not on video. Nobody else was on video going up to the door, the windows, and all that stuff. And I heard, I'm not even going to name them. I saw one of ours in there, and that's fine. Everybody can have their own opinions. But I did listen to them. They updated their thing, and I did listen to them. I will say this. The only thing, and if you were there, you know, and it's fine. I don't care about all that. I disagree with this. I disagree with there was somebody out there that said they think I forgot the whole details, but they said they think he went out the window shut, and he was scared to go back in something, and they still stand by that, and they don't have anything to do with it. Okay, I disagree with that because it don't have anything to do with him saying that they didn't have anything to do with it. I hope and pray they don't have anything to do with it. But I don't think that happened because, for one, they even said he knew the code to the house. So he couldn't be scared to go back in. Why would he be scared to go back in? With what? Katie just gave him a fun day. A fun 2 days, actually. Why would he be scared to go back in? That's number one. Number two, for the simple fact, I think when Chris was coming out at the very first, raw on, and I say Kate and Katie too, but she wasn't talking much. That's why I always say Chris. He did all the talking bullshit for somebody that wasn't there. So the problem is, what I'm saying is, they both agreed, whether he said it or she said it, they were coming out, and the window screens too. So what I'm saying is, they said it on mine, they've said it on others. I think when they come out in those earlier days, I don't know who they thought they were fooling or gonna fool on YouTube, but they were raw at that time. And that's when people got the most partial truth out of them, at least. Then they started adapting. Let's see what Holly said. Thank you, Holly. Woohoo! Thank you so much. Thank you, Holly. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the super sticker, super chat. Thank you. I really appreciate you. And I love you very much. Thank you. But he didn't go out the window because, I know on my interview, I asked about the windows. At that time, I don't think nobody did. But he said if he would, I was asking about, because I wanted to know, what I was getting at was, I wanted to ask about the windows because I wanted to know, did they think anybody come in the windows? That's what I was actually getting at. But he says, no, I didn't ask him all that, but he volunteered that information. He said, we don't think, no. He said, we know he didn't go out the window because we would have heard him. He would have fell down in the flower bed and all the stuff. Yeah, Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And I just let it ride at that, right? So no, I don't believe that. Yeah, we, all the way home. Jenny Machete. and that's what, I asked that. I ask it just like that. I ask it like that for a reason. Hey, Nana, good to see you, honey. Hope you're doing okay. Hey, Judy. Let's see, hold on a minute. In my opinion, I understood him to say he couldn't have went out the window because the window was locked. Well, you understood it wrong, and I'm not going to argue with you because that was in my chat, and that's exactly what he said, because the police have that, and as soon as I got off my live, I sent that to the police, and then they come back to me and wanted a piece of that, and that's exactly what they wanted, okay? So I know exactly what I'm talking about in my 3-hour live. Go look it up. I'm not going to look it up right now because I got things I'm doing. I don't mean to be rude. Okay. I'm not wrong on my own facts. Sorry. Anyway. But anyway, so we would have saw him. And there was another part in there too. If he would have went out the front door, we would have saw him go out the front door, and we would have saw a shadow. So there's that. But anyway, so that's why I don't believe that. That's exactly why. That's just me. So you have it written down. Yeah. Yeah. So they have all that over at the police station. They have all that. Yeah. Lisa B always, come on, Smiley. You have more common sense than to believe that BS, in my opinion. To believe what BS, Lisa B? That he was there, or what BS? That he didn't go out the window, or what? Thank you, Charles. I imagine when Seth brought up the shoes being right there, yeah, I guess so. But anyway, so anything is possible. But do I personally think that he's somewhere? No, I personally don't think so. I personally don't think so, but anything is possible. Anything is possible. So I don't know, but I want y'all to see this. Yeah, all the screens were intact. There was no evidence of anybody coming in or out the windows. Absolutely. Nothing was, even Ellie did say that. There was nothing that looked like any break-ins. Period. None of that. They didn't even take fingerprints. There was no, there might have been reason to, but they did not feel there was no abduction. There was nothing that jumped out at them to like, oh, well, let's get the window prints or whatever. Even Chris said that. So, but let's watch. I want to watch something. I want to show y'all something. Hold on. Hey, Jack of all trades. Hello. All right, hold on. All right. This is interesting. Hold on. Hold on just a minute. Let me put this up. And I want y'all to subscribe to this channel. Let me put a little bit of music on. Yeah, media. Hold on. I'll put it real low. All right, hold on. Let's play this. It's very interesting, I'll say. Very interesting. Oh, shit. Hold on.
Years old, my parents had me kidnapped. It was the year of our Lord, 2012, and I was sound asleep in my favorite recliner. I still remember the moment that I woke up. I was lying there on my side and looking out a big window thinking, why is it still dark out? I'd been up very late the night before playing World of Warcraft, and so being woken up in the middle of the night meant that I was as groggy as could be. Anyway, I rolled over onto my back, and the reason that I was awake became apparent. There were two gigantic men, total strangers, posted up on either side of the chair. And when I say that these guys were huge, I mean it. I'm 6'6" now, and I was at least 6 foot then, and they still seemed massive. I was obviously terrified, but that terror was quickly replaced with confusion. After a few rapid and desperate blinks, I saw my parents standing solemnly in the corner of the living room. And once I saw that, I was fearing for my life a little bit less, right? At least I knew that they hadn't broken into the house. But somehow, my confusion felt even worse than the absolute terror that came before it. The way I remember it, my mom was the first one to speak. And as I sat up in the chair, only half awake, she explained, "These men are here to take you to a camp." And in just an instant, my feelings went right back from confusion to fear. And I was absolutely certain that I was having a nightmare. But gentle viewer, I wasn't so lucky. There was no nightmare to be had. I began to ask questions like, where am I going? They told me that the camp was in Utah. I remember asking them how long I have to be there, and they dodged that question a few times in a row. And I also asked the obvious question. Why is this happening? Why are you sending me away? And while I don't remember the exact wording, the answer was something along the lines of, we're getting you the help you need. And that probably doesn't make much sense unless you know that I had a really, really rough time in high school. So let's rewind for a second and talk about how things got so bad that my parents decided to kidnap their one and only son. But first, let me ask you a little question. What do you get when you combine a teenage son with autism and a teenage daughter with cancer? That's right, you get desperate. Incredibly desperate. For those not familiar, it can be absolutely miserable to be and to support a teenager with autism. And while my mom was making some truly heroic efforts to keep my life from falling apart, once my sister got sick, she couldn't keep it up. And I'll be honest, I didn't make it easy on her. I hated school so much that I would just straight up refuse to go. And that was just the start of the problems. There were screaming matches, property destruction, defiance, just overall despair. We were at the brink, and after I made a certain sort of attempt, it became clear that that brink was literal. And once my parents started fearing for my life, well, the die had been cast. That's the Cliff Notes version of why they did what they did. Now, let's get back to the story. My exhausted brain could only come up with one more question for my parents and my kidnappers, and that was, I don't get a choice in this, do I? And I was answered with a single word, a very solemn no. And then I was given the first of the many commands I'd receive over the following years. Stand up very slowly. It was time to go, and I decided to comply. One of those huge strangers grabbed the shirt I had on by the back of the collar. I wasn't going anywhere. And then, with one of them in front of me and one of them behind me, they walked me out the front door of my childhood home. The goons, as they were called, led me out front to a silver Ford Explorer and explained that the child locks were on for the back doors. And I still remember thinking to myself, so it's going to be like that then, huh? Once I was locked in the back of the SUV, the goons took a second to explain a little bit more about what was going on. I was being taken from my hometown of Fresno, California to a wilderness therapy program in Utah. And the only choice that I had in the matter is whether I did it the easy way or the hard way. The easy way involved me cooperating, being driven to Los Angeles, then flown to Salt Lake City. But if I didn't cooperate, well, it was the hard way. They would handcuff me, gag me, and drive me the entire way to Utah. And because they had my parents' blessing, they had the complete legal authority to do that. And for obvious reasons, I think that all three of us were grateful that I chose the easy way. The drive to LAX was pretty uneventful. I got some more sleep, and we did stop once for me to use the bathroom and grab some snacks. Now, I was allowed privacy in the bathroom, but one of them held the door open with their foot, and the other watched the exterior window. I was still taking it all in, and it took me a second to realize that the reason they did that is so that I wouldn't lock myself in or run away. And that experience got it through my head that my life had just changed completely. But at least the Oreos they bought me tasted good, so that's something. The rest of the trip was about as normal as something this crazy could be. But as we were pulling up to the Los Angeles airport, I did have an idea for how I could resist. What if I caused a fuss at airport security and said I was being kidnapped or something? I decided against doing that for two reasons. One, there's no way they wouldn't have thought of it. And the other thing you've got to ask yourself is, well, what then? Suppose for a second that I did get free. I would be stuck in LA with just the clothes on my back and nowhere to go. It's not like I could call my mom and ask her to take me home, right? So yeah, we got to the airport and one of the two goons peeled off to stay with the car, while the other one joined me on a flight to Salt Lake City. Now the flight went smoothly enough, and when we arrived in Utah, the remaining goon walked me to the curb. And once I was handed off to the employees of a company called Aspiro, my 2.5 months in a wilderness program began. And there is obviously a lot I could say about that, but it is, as they say, a story for another time. And if you're still watching, I would ask you hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. This is yours, as always, Fritz Johnson, signing off.
Now, what do y'all think about that? Oh, there's more. And remember, was there, was the light video something? Was it really something? And didn't they, was there other people involved? Was there trips taken? Look, I don't freaking know. What program are you talking about, Holly? What program is that? And was anything messed with on that 360? Was there a drop off? Did he make it home? Was it messed with? like I know there was allegedly voice on that. I don't know. Now, hold on. We're going to play another one.
First 2 months of my life thus far, and the only thing that kept me going was the fact that I was issued a journal and a pen. And because I had those two things, I was able to start writing a screenplay in my downtime. I don't remember what it was about. I'm sure it was terrible, but the act of writing it gave me hope that someday things could get better. Knowing that I was at least trying to make my life better made the awful conditions I found myself in a lot more bearable. Or to put it another way, the fact that I'm still fighting for a better life proves that I can still fight for a better life. Winston Churchill once said, "If you're going through hell, keep going." And now I've said it too. Fritz Johnson, signing off. I'm autistic, and when I was just 15 years old, my parents had me ripped out of my bed in the middle of the night and taken to a program in Utah. They had me taken to this wilderness therapy program where I basically had to march around with a backpack on for 2 months straight. It was the hardest 2 months of my life thus far, and the only thing that kept me going was the fact that I was issued a journal and a pen. And because I had those two things, I was able to start writing a screenplay in my downtime. I don't remember what it was about. I'm sure it was terrible, but the act of writing it gave me hope that someday things could get better. Knowing that I was at least trying to make my life better made the awful conditions I found myself in a lot more bearable. Or to put it another way, the fact that I'm still fighting for a better life proves that I can still fight for a better life. Winston Churchill once said, "If you're going to go themselves." Fritz Johnson, signing off. I'm autistic, and when I was 14 years old, my school put me in special education. I was smart, weird, and terrible at school. They didn't know what to do with me, so they decided to just file me away. But that scared and lonely teenager that they had written off went on to become a software engineer and a finance professional and a social media influencer. If you've got a brain like mine, people will put you in a box and tell you that that is all you can be. And your life depends on you telling them to go themselves. Fritz Johnson, signing off. I'm autistic, and when I was 14 years old, my school put me in special education. I was smart, weird, and terrible at school. They didn't know what to do with me, so they decided to just file me away. But that scared and lonely teenager that they had written off went on to become a software engineer and a finance professional and a social media influencer. If you've got a brain like mine, people will put you in a box and tell you that that is all you can be. And your life depends on you telling them to go themselves. Fritz Johnson.
So y'all sign up to him. That he's on Facebook. Hi Karen. I'm not muted now, am I? But anyway, he has tons, and I do mean tons of video. And I just sat there today and I was like, oh my God. I played that last one because for anybody, KP, CP, that had Sebastian, that could still be Sebastian. Just because you have an autistic child don't mean you need to put them in a box. Don't ever let anybody put you in a box, no matter if you're normal, if you're not normal, if you have a disability or not. You can be anything in this world that you want to be. Everybody is special. You're born different. And if everybody was the same, they would be boring. This world would be boring. Right? Don't ever let anybody tell you how to think or feel. Hey, common sense. Jen in Georgia, everybody coming in. Everybody's important. But everybody needs to go over and watch him and his videos. Oh my God. Very interesting. Very. Now, I won't keep you on here all night, but I did get permission from Kiki to play her video that she just did. Y'all go over and sign up to Kiki 2025 True Crime. She does a good job, a wonderful job. But I want y'all to listen about this truck. We don't know who they're talking about. They're also talking about a realtor. I was wondering if, because I may not stop, because I don't know how everybody else has their setup. They can just stop it like magic. I have to go through and under these hoops and stop it. And I don't know. But anyway, that's why I don't stop it. I always do shit the hard way. But anyway. But they're talking about down at 114. Okay. We were trying to figure that out. A realtor. And a realtor had the keys and, talking about keys and a realtor. And, what's the truth, Kiki? I have to go under and bend and climb, all that kind of stuff. The hell. Everybody, their button's on the outside. Mine's on the inside. I don't know, Social Butterfly. I don't know if it was on Stafford or I don't know if it was around, but they're talking about a realtor. You'll hear. And I know that they said some neighbors offered them and let them come in, but they're talking about all rooms were cleared. So I don't know if that's one that Kathy had down there or not for sale. Maybe. I don't know. That's the only thing I could quickly come up with. And maybe they had her go down there and show that how. I don't know. But I don't know. Again, it's just, we're going to listen to it. That's all I can tell you. Just let's listen. We'll listen to this. We'll get through it. Okay. Kiki's explaining, so I don't know if I need to stop it as much anyway, but we'll get to it. Okay. Smiley. Okay. All right. Hold on. See dispatch.
Let's fast forward. Lord, I hope my internet works good.
You did good, girl.
No, we're going to fast forward, guys. This is when, on dispatch, they were searching Kellen Lane and Stafford Court. From my understanding, they were searching everywhere. I'm just trying to listen. I know it's old news, but I'm wanting to go back to the beginning, and I want to finish this dispatch because this, and some may have heard the whole dispatch, this long one. I don't think I ever had. So I wanted to go back and find it. I think we had like 8 minutes left the other night. So we're going to start from the 8-minute mark. Okay, that cave they're talking about, he said it was collapsed. Have y'all ever heard about that one?
Hello,
Hey, Hope
everybody
Floats,
coming
how are
in.
you doing?
Make sure
You
y'all hit
can't
that
hear
like
that?
button.
Oh, crap. Okay, sorry. All this time. Let's see. Sorry, Grace Paris. Let's see if I have my music on. Good grief. Sorry, guys. Couldn't even hear it. Let's go turn the background music down. And turn my music on. Can you hear that, Grace? Let's go now.
People, but you're out of it, correct?
No, but Trooper Grinderhead himself and a few troopers, they're going to hit the road outside of our immediate vicinity and just look for him walking them down the roadway somewhere.
3301 Long Hollow Pike has been cleared. Stone House, several outbuildings have been cleared. They're unlocked if anyone else wants to look.
I just sent you the endangered poster. If you can put that on our social media, please. 12 to 188.
Please.
Did you all check inside each one of those buses behind you, Debbie Hunter?
247, we checked them off.
Okay. Are you hearing that, Grace? Make sure y'all are hearing this. Okay. Good. Let me continue.
Okay, well, we'll let the three closest to the building. Will you ask Transfield to respond to the area of National Pike and Sharing Road? There's a juvenile in that area wearing black pants and a red t-shirt, shaking back and forth like he had autism. It was just reported to us.
Did y'all hear that? They saw another youth. Have you heard of that one? You've not heard this one in a while, Weston. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard it. Let's see. Let's continue.
South side of Long Hollow from Killen Lane to Center Point has been checked. Can you check the field houses that are up on top of the hill by the practice field back behind TW Hunter? I don't see that anybody has tracked through there on foot.
People. The one, my starting location's clear. Residents in Bourne at 3221 Long Hollow Pike is clear. And from my starting location to Shackle Island, I walk the entire creek bed and it appears clear.
Okay, Shackle Island, the creek bed. Does anyone know if they actually went through and drained that creek or could drain that creek or had divers in that creek? Do you know, Smiley? I know you've been on this case for a while. Grace Paris has. Did they check all the creeks, all the bodies of water around? I was actually...
I was trying to tell you that they did check all the creeks, and many YouTubers have searched the creeks as well. So I hope you understood that. And I was trying to tell you that those creeks there are shallow and clear. I don't know what kind of creeks you're used to, but
actually watching a video last night of JLR, and it was from a year ago, and there were searchers, and they were next to the Cumberland River, and I wondered, did they send divers into Cumberland River too? Hey, Town Chat Cafe, how are you? They drained 2 ponds. They didn't drain creeks, but searched them. My question is,
no, they didn't have.
how in the world, unless you have, if they've just got their police department, I know there was several joined in, other towns, I know Hendersonville, I think, and stuff, but how do they check it this quick? Hi, Tina Davis. How are you? We're going to continue. Y'all tell me if anything stands out to you.
South and 182 have been behind TW Hunter, all the way behind Beach. Football field and baseball field, up in the fields, checking tree lines, all the way to the cemetery, behind East Road Presbyterian. We're still here so far, cleared. Myself on 182, we've not made ourselves around to the front of the schools inside the school check. We're still in the back. Very well, we get a long haul flight. 3 years.
Go ahead, 3.
The bus and the shed have been checked at 3220.
Common sense.
Thank you. You and your partner stop at Willow Bend and go house to house, Willow Bend. Check all those, please. See more people are driven through it, but it doesn't look like they do a house to house. Yeah, well,
I don't know if they
Every
questioned him or not. I'm
people that
sure they
answered the
did.
door have only seen the Ferris man this morning, nothing else. The White House and Red Barn adjacent to DW owner, 2105 New York. 3417 THP has joined in with myself and 517 on Willow Bend to check houses.
Thank you, honey.
The big holding pond has been cleared by Hendersonville Fire. They're going
The big holding pond has been cleared by Hendersonville Fire. How do they check them? How does the firefighters check creeks? Do they just look down in them? I mean, from my understanding, right, creeks are muddy usually, especially when it's been raining.
Now, they were clear.
I don't know.
They're clear
I don't
there.
know what in the world.
And they walked them.
I'm sure they were fun doing their job, and I'm not a police officer, but I have been around police officers and judicial systems. They were clear water. Okay, great. Hey, YouTuber, how are you? Thanks for coming in. I'm going to continue playing. I know this is old. It's old news to a lot, but I like listening to things to see if we can catch anything.
Yes, he did.
We have at Shackle Island for a bit, then I go to one over by the cemetery. Field houses behind beach, soccer field's been searched. We're going to head over to the side field house across the street from the fire hall. 106, 108, 110, 112, Willowbrook, all check, no contact with any homeowners, and none of these houses have crawl spaces.
Okay, another thing, did they recheck with the homeowners that didn't answer? Does anybody know that question? In my opinion, they should have went back to those homes till they reached someone.
Just beach football complex. Were you also searching that area? Yes, sir. Make contact with a realtor at 114.
Made a contact with a realtor at 114. Does anybody know who that realtor?
Okay, this is where I want y'all to listen real good. If anybody knows anything about this, this is where I want y'all to pay attention. I don't know 114 Stafford. I don't know 114 where, but when we were putting our heads together in there, it dawned on me. Realtor, I don't know if anybody else in that neighborhood is a realtor or not. However, I thought about it and I thought, well, could it have been one of Kathy's houses that was for sale there? And, you know, they knew that, they pulled the records or whatever, and could she have volunteered the information or Big Mouth volunteered the information, and could she have went down there and opened the house up? Because I want y'all to listen closely to what they say. So just listen, because I think we all missed this, or at least I did, but that's all I'll say. Just listen.
A realtor might be. Made a contact with a realtor Thank you for being one of the creators still covering Sebastian. You're welcome, YouTuber. I feel like it's always in my heart, and I feel like God has put me in this spot for a reason. I may not be the most perfect creator or know how to do a lot of things, but I'm learning. Yeah, realtor, did you hear that, Grace? I don't know if it was Mama Socks. I don't know. But let's rewind that. Listen again. Made contact with the realtor at 1:14 something. Let's see here. Here we go.
Spaces. Beach football complex. Were you also searching that area? Yes, sir. Made contact with a realtor at 1:14. Hasn't seen him, and all the rooms have been cleared.
Hadn't seen him, and all the rooms have been cleared. Does anybody know who that was? Social Butterfly, how are you? It says all the rooms have been cleared. Make contact with the realtor. What rooms? Did they go in a realtor's home and search inside a home? All the rooms have been cleared. 1:14, yeah, YouTuber. Is that not crazy? Maybe I found something that we haven't heard. I don't know. Maybe not, but 1:14 found a realtor. All the rooms have been cleared. Why would they go to a realtor's house and search rooms?
There's two people going to check
On
now.
replay.
All complex. Were you also searching that area? Yes, sir. Made contact with a realtor at 1:14. Hasn't seen him, and all the rooms have been cleared. 1:16. Made contact with that homeowner. He said he has seen that child walking in the neighborhood in past times, but not recently.
Okay, so the 1:15.
Oh, sorry. I always forget to turn that off. I said, so when did he when did he see him walking in that area? Was that from the school bus when he got off the school bus to walk home? But not recently, he said. So I don't know. I think they just said 1:14. But it was a realtor's house, they said. So were they just saying, did a realtor live there? Or were they just saying that so it didn't go out that it was, I don't know. That's weird. It's very strange to me. Was that 114 River Road? I don't think I heard them say a address. But they said all rooms have been cleared. So let me go back a little bit.
I feel like
I just went back a little bit.
it's always in my heart, and I feel like God has put me in this spot for a reason. I may not be the most
I'll
perfect
rewind it a
creator
little bit.
or know how to do a lot of things, but I'm learning. Yeah, realtor, did you hear that, Grace? I don't know if it was Mama Socks. I don't know. But let's rewind that. Listen again. Made contact with the realtor at 1:14 something. Let's see here. Here we go.
Spaces. Beach football complex. Were you also searching that area? Yes, sir. Made contact with a realtor at 1:14. Hasn't seen him, and all the rooms have been cleared.
Hadn't seen him, and all the rooms have been cleared. Does anybody know who that was? Hi, Social Butterfly. How are you? It says all the rooms have been cleared. Make contact with the realtor. What rooms? Did they go in a realtor's home and search inside a home? All the rooms have been cleared.
That's what I hear, Trooper's
1:14,
mom.
yeah, YouTuber. Is that not crazy? Maybe I found something that we haven't heard. I don't know. Maybe not, but 1:14 found a realtor. All the rooms have been cleared. Why would they go to a realtor's house and search rooms? Want to replay?
All complex. Were you also searching that area? Yes, sir. Made contact with a realtor at 1:14. Hasn't seen him, and all the rooms have been cleared. 1:16. Made contact with that homeowner. He said he has seen that child walking in the neighborhood in past times, but not recent.
Okay, so the 1:15 next door to the realtor. Hang on, guys, you went somewhere. To the realtor. Okay? They just said 1:14 a realtor.
Yeah, that's
Said all
why
the
I'm
rooms have been
wondering if
cleared.
it's Happy.
It could have been a house that was for sale. Who knows? But it also said that the neighbor next door has seen.
Now, y'all do know. Oh, shit. Now, y'all do know, sorry about that. You do know that if that even wasn't one of her houses, her being a realtor, she can open the door for any houses. And that's a scary freaking thought right there. I'm just saying. Just saying. So I don't know. But I'm just telling you. Hold on just a minute. I'm looking at something. That it could have been if they were, it could have been if it was, it depends on what time that was too. Yeah, yeah. I rewinded it, so maybe we'll hear the street again in a minute if they did name it. Hold on. It could have been new construction. It could have been that new construction site. Hey, Rita. Oh, is that what it was? Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on. Hold on. How did you send it? Did you send it? Oh, here it is. Okay, hold on. Oh. Is that in the new construction star? It's 114 Shavel Drive in Hendersonville. Hold on a minute. It's a 12-minute drive. It looks like it's a 12-minute drive is what I'm getting to Hendersonville. Wonder why they would want to search inside there. It's like 6.2 miles. That's interesting. Yeah, Kathy was there when the police got there. Yeah, I said it wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah, why would they search that far? It's on a dead-end street, and it looked abandoned. Yeah, I mean, I see it. It was, I just wonder. Wow. Okay, well, hold on. I'm just looking at your stuff. Hold on. I'm trying to get there. Hold on. I understand you're not. Thank you for sending it. Hey, Debbie. I'm still getting down here. There is a 114 and a 116 on Willow Bend in the new construction area. Yeah, I would think more it would be probably in the new construction area. That's what I would think. I mean, and they may not have all those. Let me see. Let me see something. Yeah, that I bet you that's what it is. 114 Willow Bend. That's only 2 minutes from Stafford Court. I bet that's it, Jennifer. Because that's only 2 minutes. Kiki, I'm looking at yours. Yeah, 114 Willow Bend. That's the new construction. Wow. Hey, little red. I got it. I got it, Kiki. That's the same one Jennifer was talking about. Willow Bend, 114 Willow Bend. That's 2 minutes from their house. That's over at the new construction site. I bet that's probably it. Does anybody know who the realtor was for that? No, it's not a far walk. Hey, Summers Army, how are you doing? Hi, Town Chat. Thank you so much. All right, let's see.
Sebastian, or a child that's like Sebastian, walking through the subdivision before. So was that a
honey.
normal
Thank
thing?
you. We've been praying for you.
I don't know. Someone could ask Seth, was that a normal thing for KP to allow him to walk to a certain person's house or to the subdivision? You tell me. Let's go back. I'm going to try to finish up.
Mainfield House next to the freshman annex has been completely searched. All clear. It's got beach softball, beach football. It's the one next to the beachgoing church between it and the freshman annex. It's the main football complex. Me and Marshall was back here in the back of the cemetery back here. No contact with anyone, and his truck is not here either. So I think the lady took back in her driveway cars.
Did you hear that? Let's go back. No contact with anyone, and his truck isn't here either. Whose truck? What are you talking about?
Clear. It's got beach softball, beach football.
Oh, crap. All right. This is where I want y'all to take note. Abso-freaking-lutely take note. Do they know something we don't know? Do they know something we don't know? Is Chris upset about? Ding, ding, ding. Don't talk about my truck. Don't talk about my truck. Zoop. I had it locked up. And I don't want nobody talking about my truck. Don't talk about my truck, my truck, my truck, my truck. Wait, what? Wait, what? My truck was in the neighborhood, and it was on certain days, and don't talk about my truck, my truck, my truck. Oh, Christopher! You got some explaining to do. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Are you up by the graveyard, or where are you? Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? You left this behind. You left this locked. Did you change tags with your friend? Maybe. The truck was locked. Whose truck was it? You didn't think they would still know? You think you're sly, but you ain't that sly. Still want to know where Terry was that morning. Where was Terry when Corella was there? When you sent Mommy to go help Wifey. Why did you come home at 1? Was you watching and lurking? Was you just lurking and waiting for the right time to hop in that truck and go around the block? Was your truck locked because you and somebody took Sebastian off, or you had to go shower somewhere, maybe off somewhere? We're just doing all the speculations tonight. Speculating. I know Seth wasn't looking at you, but I wonder when you came in at 1 o'clock, what you had on. Was you walking back and forth and walking it off and pacing it and trying to figure out how to cover them arms? Hell, maybe they thought you was up in the skyline at work. The math ain't mathin'. Because y'all have a funny way of laying and watching, eyes everywhere, ears everywhere. Just asking.
Oh, it's the one next to the Beachcomber Church, between it and the First Annex. It's the main football complex. Me and Marshall was back here in the back of the cemetery back here. No contact with anyone, and his truck is not here either.
No contact with anyone, and his truck is not here either. Whose truck? Come on, Ellie. Tell me whose truck. Whose truck we talking about? Back there at the cemetery. What? Whose truck? Have y'all heard that? This is insane.
So I think like you're trying to get in her driveway in your cars, and is the key there by chance?
Get in her driveway with your cars. Is the key there by chance?
It is, but it's locked.
Hang on, we're going to go back.
Walking in the neighborhood in past times, but not.
We're going back. I know y'all might get annoyed at me to listen to this about a truck now. Don't talk about my truck. That's so mean. That's okay though.
It was back here in the back of the cemetery.
B in Florida? Sure did. Sure did. I didn't think about it when I went there. Y'all might need to answer me on that. Is that that graveyard? That's not a church right there where they go in and do them funerals, is it? You know, in the parking lot and then that building right there where they go in and do the funerals, is that a church? I didn't really think about that. Somebody? Yeah, in the parking lot. Locked up. And then there's a house and a realtor has to go, yeah, what in the hell is going on? All this is becoming very suspicious. I'm just wondering. I mean, when I was there, I wasn't really even thinking about that, if it was a church or not. I was just thinking, because it was a funeral there when I went. I was just getting down in the graveyard. I wasn't really paying attention. It's not a church. Okay. Thank you. Wasn't quite sure. I was just like, what are the odds of that? Thank you for that, Trooper's Mom. Yeah, we want to get our facts straight here, but I was just wondering. I was like, what the hell? Thank you for that, Trooper's Mom. All right, let's continue.
No contact with anyone. His truck is not here either. So I think like they're trying to get in her driveway in her cars. And is the key there by chance? It is, but it's locked. Okay.
Whatever they're talking about being locked, did they check that?
Yeah, she's trying to get in the driveway.
Trying to get in the driveway. Who's trying to get in the driveway? Did KP leave? Did KP leave? And she's trying to get back in her driveway and something's blocking it. That's a lot. I'm not understanding this. Y'all got to fill me in because I am absolutely, I've only been here 4 or 5 months. But yeah, Smiley is very interesting. I don't know how I found this, but I came across it and I was like, wow, I've never heard this.
We haven't had a process.
Call came in at 6:33 this morning.
Great, thank you. Yeah, mate. Serious, man. We just put another can on the ground at the house. See if we picks up anything.
Uh-huh.
Let's put a canine in on the house. See if it picks up anything.
We are breaking off fuel gallons for fuel.
We're breaking off now for fuel. We've searched what?
This was when they were
So it's
searching for
7
Sebastian.
to 12, 4 or 5 hours. We're gonna go get gas.
How's the fuel?
The creek worsens to New Shackle Long Hollow and the bridge there have all been checked.
Uh-huh.
The creeks and New Shallowford Road and the bridge have all been checked.
Marty, what's your location? I was in by 109 in Thornton's right now.
They're at Thornton's gas station.
I just got a phone call. Kid matching the description, hiding under the bridge.
A kid hiding under the bridge
I love
matching
you.
that
Thank you
description.
so
Have y'all
much.
heard that?
Thank you.
Smiley, that's great. Yeah, you use it, girlfriend. I don't know how I found it, but I found it.
Lower station camp behind the market. I'll be en route. I'm close. If we get somebody else on the other side of her nursery to come down, she stated that he could be on that side.
So there's a child under the bridge, matching the description. Never heard this either. So we've already found a boy walking around with a bag around his head in the woods. They don't mention anything else about that. And now we've got a boy matching the description under the bridge.
446, what was the last thing that? Just under the bridge. She stated that when she went down to turn around, he was gone.
She went down to turn around. Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about? I opened a new can of worms. I hope so. I hope so. Something needs to come out, you know? In my opinion, allegedly. I'm not in a good mood today, Grace.
I'm 446. Did you talk to the client? She's still on the bridge. Sure. White female, black leggings, I believe. Blonde hair. To her. 447, 446. You see any tracks that way? I'm taking the creek over. See any track. 446 or 447. Hold your location, please.
They never answered. Do you see any tracks?
I'm on foot now.
10-4. I know they've got the dog up there.
So they pulled a dog to the bridge? Is that what they're talking about?
Helicopter coming back to you. 158 Upper Station. The residents say it was the ETA. Approximately 5 minutes ago, somebody walked through that gate right below you. There's somebody in black. There's a deputy at 158. I saw somebody in black on the tree line. I don't know if it's one of our guys. Yeah, there's two law enforcement guys walking back here off the tree line. Let's go through there. 12 to 24. How long have they lived in that house? A year. Where were we at before? Cambridge Farms, yeah. 449 Remington in Cambridge Farms. White male.
Purple white male, Cambridge Farms. We're talking about purple shirt. They said that earlier. They said something about a purple shirt. I've never heard them mention a purple shirt.
Gray t-shirt, white hair. They didn't get to see his face, kind of shaggy blonde hair. We'll be out at lower station.
Let's go back. They said a gray shirt. They said something about purple. What? Hang on. Let's listen.
Here off the tree line. Let's go through there. 12 to 24. How long have they lived in that house? Year. Where were we at before?
What did they want to know that too?
449 Remington in Cambridge Farms. White male.
Purple white male.
Gray t-shirt, white hair. They didn't get to see his face, kind of shaggy blonde hair. We'll be out at lower station, Scarlet and Big Station with the white male juvenile on four-wheeler in the creek. Who checked out with juvenile on Station Gal? This is not going to be our missing juvenile. He's with his father in the creek. I made contact with the male, the caller, and him in his truck.
This is Cottage Grove real estate broker. Thank you for that, Trooper's mom. So yeah, it's not her, but it is College Grove real estate, or under it, Mountain View Property Management. But it's a Giplobe broker. So that's who it's showing. I don't know. And y'all are right about that. This dispatch it's weird.
Drill called it out. It's not our subject.
Okay. That's the end of that, guys. Wanted to show you that. And I want y'all to think. This is something for us all to think about and go over. I'm going to find more old videos. One thing I noticed, too, in my opinion, I was watching a video, and I'm going to have to look it up. I think I downloaded it. Can't remember who it was from last night. I just sat and study about this. And they were showing the inside of KP and CP's house. And one thing I didn't notice, and y'all may have an answer for this, but upstairs in the bonus room, there was, let's see, it was looked like a door on the wall, and it looked like one of those laundry chutes or what have you that you open the door to, and you put your laundry in, it falls in the laundry room. I'm not sure.
Yes,
But I don't know why that stood up to me,
they did.
but it did, because I've never seen such an inside
Yes.
glimpse of the home. I really wish, in my opinion, that Ellie could have done a better job searching. At the beginning of this dispatch, it says, let's do our own search on the home. Allegedly, that's what it says. And I don't understand that whatsoever. Does that mean that TBI, FBI, anyone else that was there to help, they weren't allowed inside the house? I don't know. I wasn't there. This is all opinion, speculation, something to think about. But this was a long dispatch.
I didn't say it. I think they did.
And I just wanted to go over it. I want to tell y'all hello and have a good night. I got to go get kiddos ready for the bed.
All right, y'all go over and sub up to Kiki. She did a very good job on that. She does some good lives, and please go sub up to her, Kiki 2025 True Crime. But yeah, that's I don't know. That's strange. Yeah, and they did mention Remington, where they train Leslie. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. So, yeah. I think they definitely were not used to having anything to that magnitude in that county. That's what I think. And I think they are certainly overwhelmed with this, entire case. And I think that they need to bring in others and let others literally help them at the very least. And, respect what the father wants. That's what I think. And I say the father because he seems to be the only one out there pushing for it. And if the mother was pushing for it, I would say what the father and the mother wants. But nobody has seen her pushing for anything. So she's brought that on her own self. I'm sorry. You know, that's my opinion. And again, I have every right to my opinion. So, in the meantime, actions speak louder than words. You know, actions speak louder than words. If anyone else wants to clear your mind, you know, go ahead and call 1-800-TBI-FIND or 615-451-3838 and keep saying Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers' name. He is not alone, and his story is not over yet. It's not over until he's found. Period. That's just the way it is. We're not going to give up. We're not going to shut up. And we are going to be here for him at all cost. I do want y'all to go over and look at Fitz Johnson. If you didn't see some of the video that I was playing, please go back to the first of this and you can see. Thank you, Jen in Georgia. I appreciate you being a member for 5 months. Thank you so much for your support. But I want you to go back over and see and look over some of his videos. He's got little short videos on there. He's autistic. And if you missed it, his parents basically kidnapped him and sent him away to an autistic camp. And it's just unbelievable. So, yeah, these things do happen. And it's sad. It's sad. He's really also got some videos out showing he's really made something of himself and his life. And don't ever let anybody define you, who you are. Don't ever let anybody shut you down. And let's continue to pass around Seth's petition and sign it. And hopefully something can be done. Thanks to everybody for being here tonight and spending time with me. More importantly, for being here for Sebastian, keeping his name and face out, and hopefully something will break soon. I sure hope so. Keep the prayers going. Just say his name. We are Sebastian Strong. Thank you. Y'all have a good night. Thank you, everybody. Bye.